What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all from another Tennessee back road. And the last vlog, you guys, was at an old abandoned house here in the Decatur area. And you guys, while I was driving down through the back roads, I not only found that one abandoned house, but I found another. Talk about an interesting day. But anyway, what's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with another fun-filled Tennessee vlog. And today, guys, as I already stated, there is another abandoned house that I have found that we are going to check out. So anyway, guys, I'm standing out here in the middle of a dirt road. Probably a car is not going to come anytime soon. Hopefully not. But anyway, guys, let's do it. Let's check this baby out. Now, in the last video, that house that we checked out, it looked like it had been from the 20s or the 30s, because it had a lot of the furnishings that were something that you saw for a house for its time. And talk about some pretty interesting woodwork. Looks like at one point this was the driveway to this old house. Not a whole lot left, but anyway, it looks like this house is probably much older than the one that we just saw. In fact, I will say this house looks like it is probably almost like a log cabin. Like, this one is old, like really old. Yeah, this looks like a cabin from a bygone era, just sitting out here, wasting away in the woods. Looks like back then you could go in this way, and it was a pretty nice back porch. In fact, I don't know about you guys, but this house makes me feel like that movie, The Evil Dead. Did you know that The Evil Dead was even filmed in Tennessee? But sadly, the family who owns the property of that old house, or the remains of where that old house was, is you cannot go to it without getting their permission, or they'll probably get pretty not so nice with you if they find you. Actually, before we go in the house, check this out. Okay, now that is very much old school. That is the ring right there. That is an old school well. That well is probably about 300-400 years old. Well, I wouldn't say that old. Probably about 200 years old. That is so cool. And I just now spotted that. And it looks like this is probably the safest way to get in without like falling through. You can kind of see some of the old woodwork in that. Check that out. I mean, you don't see old woodwork like that anymore. This was painted red in some kind of wallpaper color at one point. And there is, well, just a random recliner sitting there. Talk about strange. Although it looks like that's probably from, it's like that may have actually came from the house. And going through here, I imagine was the living room at one point, but it's obvious that, you know, it hasn't been used in a very long time. We're probably going to have to be careful going through here because it does look like the floor has fallen through in recent years, and I don't want to fall through and give myself a bruise or a broken leg. And that is why I say very careful, because it looks like, Yeah, so I'm going to be very careful. Hopefully not fall through. Okay, I'm all right. But real quick, let's take a look at the wallpaper. That was this place at one point. Like, I wonder if this house is even made of asbestos. Like, you know, buildings like this from the time, they did come with their own corks, if you will. If you look, looks like maybe there was a stove hooked in it at one time. This is probably the original brick. Maybe this house was built around over a few years. Although it looks like somebody lost a mattress. And that ceiling is not safe, but looks like you've got a few different holes in it and whatnot. So let's see what's in here. This room actually looks like it is the safest in the whole house. And look at this. Look how the floor is different compared to the flooring in there. So I imagine this house, this may have been the first actual part of the house that was built. Like with a lot of these old houses that you see, they were built in intervals. Like people who would inherit them from their families, they would build on it, and they would build on it, and their grandchildren would build on it. Next thing you know, I mean, you'd have houses with different parts that told different stories. And look at that. That is another old school bed string mattress, box string mattress. It does look like you may not want to go any further under there, but it does look like you could go beneath the house. Maybe this would be an interesting place to like metal detect in the future, but as of that, that'll have to be a different video for a different day. Also, look at how this ceiling has managed to hold out through the years. And I think this was a closet at one time. In the last video, I don't know why for the life of me, I could not think of the word closet. It looks like this used to come through here. And it looks like you could go out through this way, and it does look like there is a shed out here. So, well, I gotta be careful there. I am gonna be careful because I do not want to fall through. That would not be good. There's an old shed out here. And now just seeing this random shed out here just really weirds me out a little bit, because it reminds me of, oh, what was that movie? Wrong Turn. You know, where there was like some kind of flesh-eating virus that would also make you go crazy. And, anyway, yeah, at the end of the movie, I think it was the end of the movie, there was a woman who got trapped in the old shed. And her skin was, you know, anyway, you would just have to see the movie to know what I'm talking about. That movie freaked me out as a kid. And probably so much. That's probably the reason why I'm not a fan of body horror. Well, that and Human Centipede 2. Those movies were very, very gross. You know, that shed could probably be, or not shed, that chair could probably be saved. That's gonna be my time and my calling. Call this another vlog for another day. This is a very interesting old house out here in the woods. Like I said, it puts off so much of the old school, you know, the old school slasher kind of movies. In fact, that's what I've been thinking the whole time. It's like, I'm afraid Jason Voorhees is going to come out of here, or, you know, or anyway, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Actually, this would make a really good movie set for that. I don't know. Maybe I could get a few friends to do that and get permission from whoever owns this building. But anyway, that's not the point. Love y'all very much. Stay posted. Stay tuned. Love y'all very much. Love y'all's support. Anyway, this is going to be another vlog for another day, guys. This vlog is over.